And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury.
He's checking.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little. Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon.
Instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. On 2nd and 7. Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Minnesota. 63 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. When they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
A shotgun snap for Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
He's coming. Double up.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Daxon.
Field defense.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Cousins on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. It's the incompletion. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare field goal attempt for him.
Smith now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that'll be it.
His guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And yet again, he stopped behind.
Can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he'll be out of bounds across, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 38, Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Now, if I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because
Be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. They snap it to Smith. And they will not be able to hook up.
and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing to start the drive. Batter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Balled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson.
You can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a deep ball there on second down.
What have I done before that's worked well that I can go?
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
We've watched this a long time.
Play action sack. To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Check nickel, go.
Second and 5 now. Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. On fourth down. Turned it over. Gave him great field position. Turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
They run it again with Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. He's at the 30, 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins.
I'm coming.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
Now, guy stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag.
You're not a very confident runner, and you've already dropped it once. If there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.